teacher, one instructors, and they replied they will increase the deadline.
Yeah. So it is mandatory to submit first thing, and deadline might like. Did you get any confirmed extension of deadline with some specific date?
Ma'am, these are OPP
So
one practice
currently, chances
assignments.
are.
2024 and 2025 they were released so many sets like May, June, September.
Yeah.
ये कहते ताली तो बजा दो.
Okay. So 1 second.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, can that this deadline for these assignments is 20? Can it be extended by a week? Because we have.
So, like high chances are there for extension, that's for sure. But my suggestion is like there is no fixed date as of now because
Ma'am,
people are
because
saying
one can't do more than one paper in one. These are the past papers actually, so one can't do more than one paper per day,
yes,
and also exams are approaching.
yeah, exactly. So in that case, like what I can do is suggest is like try to solve as many, not much. Whereas coming to the extension part, like I will give you an exact date because high chances
Excuse
are
me, ma'am.
there for extension, but there is not fixed date. So this decision to be taken from high level, right? So once we will confirm with the extension and we will let you know. As of
Okay,
now,
ma'am.
consider
Excuse me, ma'am.
there is some extension.
Excuse
Okay,
me, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
this is week 9 summary session.
No, like we will be discussing about recursion topic and any doubts regarding recursion.
This is week 9 summary session, ma'am. Excuse me.
Hello? Yes?
This is week 9 summary session, ma'am.
No.
Recursion is week 9 topic, ma'am.
1 second.
Yeah, ma'am. This recursion is a week 9 topic, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I was checking some different calendar. Yeah. Week 9 recursion. Yes. Exactly. Sorry, my bad. So, like, yeah, we will be discussing about recursion.
You are taking a whole summary for week 9, ma'am.
So, like, your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, you are taking a whole summary for week 9 discuss.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Excuse
So-
me, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm sorry to disturb you. Ma'am, few days before I just said you the past week before. I think exactly it's on Monday. I just said
Yeah.
about my production due to my rate. I didn't write my OPP exam due to my lower graded marks.
Okay.
But when I just get into my graded marks with sorry ma'am, when I check my graded marks result in the outer dashboard, it just gives only 29%. But when I get into the sheet what I answered, when I count that, I get more than 40% in that exam. Due to this mismatch in the correct answers and the outer dashboard, I was failed to write my OPP exam.
Okay, is it? Okay. I think I was not there the previous current. I think someone is there.
And
Most probably in that case, like I will update can I get your mail ID so that I can reach out to them and let you.
yes, ma'am. Already to the teacher one. Let me give Livin and another teacher Jayanti. I just
Oh,
given. She just asked my mail ID and to send whatever the problems we have faced in that exams, not
oh,
OBC on the exams. I just not only this grade as I just mentioned about the problems like mismatch of answers. When I just give one answer and if I just give submit button, the answer get changed. Due to this,
oh,
my marks are getting low. And another thing, like while I'm doing my answers, the marks are first awarded like for the questions are 3 mark, 4 mark, and all.
okay,
After
understood,
doing,
understood.
after doing that answer, when I just come into it and I check the answer, my what I written is correct, but the marks awarded is 0 for that question. These are the
Okay.
major reason problems which for reducing of my
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah, that's very bad to hear. Like, I will remind Livin again because he has the right to take off, continue it. So I'll be connecting with Livin and let you know and make sure it will be resolved soon.
Yes, ma'am. No, already they said that these are not the graded assignment marks are not manually calculated. These are calculated from the graded assignment to the outer
Yes, yes.
dashboard. But I just taken the screenshot of that graded assignment and the outer dashboard. I just checked it twice at times and I just sent to her also. But I didn't find any reply for past nearly 5 days. So not 5 days. Sorry, past 5 days I didn't get any reply from him and her.
Okay. So then I will talk to him right now and I will let you know.
Sorry,
Just
ma'am, to interfere, but this same problem happens with me also. I misfortunately used set inside a question. You know that set returns answer differently every time, and I will submit 2 out of 3 private case and public case both pass 2 out of 3. But in result now they are showing 1 out of 3.
Yeah, I just mentioned, bro, same problem. I just also mentioned, but they said I said that not for me
Yeah,
this
ma'am.
problem.
I don't touch that question again, thinking that if I touch it, maybe 0 I got.
Not
see,
only this,
yeah,
ma'am.
like just letting
GRCA.
me share.
I
Guys,
see that problem in during exam that I use set and it is returning 2 out of 3.
just share me your mail IDs. I'll take it to Levin or some officials. Like we are supposed to start the session, right? So it is like others might be feeling this kind of thing about this problem. So we'll start the session.
Ma'am, I also faced a technical difficulty. Like indentation was not coming. I messaged to the invigilator also that indentation is not coming. Was not happening automatically.
Okay, so
It should
just send you a mail along with the comment in this chat so that I'll be taking it. Like
Okay.
send something like email followed by what we say problem and name. Just send me these 3 details. Like I will inform people and I will make sure this is resolved for you. Okay.
Okay.
So
And
before
ma'am,
that,
please inform about the mocks as well as soon as possible.
sure.
Ma'am, I don't know how I should convey these problems because it's too lengthy. I just written mail already to Levin and Levin sir and
No. What I was telling is like, send me the mail. I mean, send me the problem and these details which I have requested for. Then I will be following you.
yes, ma'am.
Like even like how you were messaging them daily. I will also try to text them once or twice, so that this will be resolved soon, right?
Ma'am, can I ask something?
Sorry, can I?
Can I ask something, ma'am?
Sure.
Ma'am, I am written my OP exam, like OPP exam, and I got a mark like 50 and 60. And I am trying to targeting a marks 90 and 95 in a OP2. Can you give us some suggestion to for preparation in OP2?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. We'll discuss while suggesting. So like
Ma'am, I
apart
just
from
sent in
that,
the chat.
yeah, perfect, Nidish. So I will like
Do
look
I
into
need
that.
to change pin my name also in that, ma'am?
Pardon? Sorry, come again.
Do I need to text my name also in that?
Yeah, it would be better if so. Just try to send those 3, those who are having issues. Like I'll try to take up forward.
Yes, ma'am.
Like to all the people I'm saying, try to text your problem along with mail ID and your name so that I will be taking it to higher officials, because these decisions to be taken, the marks and all we won't be having access to marks, right? So that needed to be taken from some higher officials or something who is responsible for, so I can redirect your problem to them in a proper clear way so that you might be getting some resolution for it.
Ma'am, another thing I want to say this. Due to this problem, I was stopped to write my OPP1. Please write this
Got you. Like
problem
try to
where
mention everything. Try to mention everything if possible in a points, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and everything.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Ma'am, can you tell how I'm prepared for my OP2?
Yeah, okay. So we will be starting the session. So any non-technical doubts, just keep on chat. So in the end of the session, we will be discussing them again and we'll be doing it. So let us start our today's session. So our today's topic is recursion, which is of lecture 9. I'm sorry, week 9 and week 9. So in this particular section, so you all know what is recursion, right? So basically recursion is something like a function calling itself. So it's like a function calling inside a function. For example, if you're having, consider,
Sorry, ma'am, to interfere, but I don't watch any lectures of week 9.
okay.
So can you please start from 0?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
ma'am.
I have also
you
not
start
watched.
for basic to
Okay.
advanced type of thing?
Okay, sure. So we'll be starting from lecture 1 itself, like introduction to this and all. So for this section, so like I will be discussing almost what can be discussed through this video. But if don't try to skip the video once I have discussed it. Try to revisit the session, try to understand the session so that these people will be giving more insights because they're way more experienced and these people are having high profiles, right? So I'll be explaining you everything, but don't consider as skipping these videos. So for today's session, let us start what is recursion. So for example, you all know functions, right? So function is something like we will be writing define followed by function. So define is something like the Python compilers know we are writing a function. So over here, this is a normal function. Then how do we call this function? We call this function as fun function name outside the, one second, yeah. So we'll be printing something like print so many issues in exam OPP, something like this. So if we run this won't be running because we aren't calling this function anywhere. So if you want to run the function's input, which is present in the print function, then we should write the name of the function outside the function. So we are getting name as so many functions in OPP exam, right? So this is how we call a normal function. But what is recursion? So recursion is something like this is a function which is called inside a function. So if we call this function over here, which is something like for calling a function inside a function. So this is called as recursion. So here also, if you check the difference between previous code and this code, so we are trying to call this function, but output is not printing. Why? The main reason is like we are calling it multiple times inside a function. So in this introduction to functions in recursion, so how many of you are familiar with Fibonacci? Just raise your hand if you are familiar with Fibonacci. So can you tell me what is the logic of Fibonacci? Anyone, the one who raised their hands?
It's like
Ma'am.
we have some values, and the upcoming values would be the addition of earlier two
Previous
values.
values, ma'am.
Yeah, exactly. So we are having some numbers. We keep on adding those numbers to the previous numbers. So those are something like 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. So in these types of programs, what will be doing? So we'll be in order to get 3, we'll be adding 2 plus 1. In order to get 2, we'll be adding 1 plus 1. So for these kind of operations, we are supposed to write multiple times. So in order to write this operation multiple times, generally people use loops. But with the help, for example, loops takes a lot of time to execute a program. So in order to decrease the output time, in order to increase the efficiency of the code, and in order to make the program faster, we use recursion. So this is the basic program of recursion. This is how we generally use recursion. So for example, let us try to print some numbers. or else try with some condition as like, let us write some condition like when we get some particular number, we'll be stopping
Excuse
it.
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you tell me what is the definition of a recursion, ma'am?
So recursion is something like if you are calling a function inside a function is called recursion. That's it. Function calling inside is function is called as recursion. That's it. So it's a very simple. It will be very complex to understand, but once if you get like the what is meant by recursion, so it is something like a very easy to use, very proper, and very much useful in future. So hope you are getting this. So for example, or else let me tell you an example. Like we want to multiply or print numbers from 1 to 100. In some interviews, people ask how to print a number from 1 to 100 without using recursion. So I mean without using loops. So is it possible to print a 1 to 100 numbers without using for loops?
No, ma'am.
So in order to handle these kind of issues, we use recursion. So for example, this is the function. Like let us pass some variable. So
I'm sorry to disturb you. I had written all my problems by point statement in the chat box.
Yeah, sure. So like we'll be discussing it soon, yeah. After the ending of this recursion session, we will be discussing what is your problem, and I will take it forward. Not
Yes,
only
ma'am.
you, I request everyone to do the same, so that we can try. So because if one person raises his concern, that will be taking a lot of time. Like if we go in a bulk, that will be showing higher impact, which might be for leading to faster resolution. Okay, so let's continue our session. So
Ma'am,
over here,
ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, I have a doubt in mock actually.
Yeah, no, let me finish this. We'll go later to mock.
Okay, ma'am.
Like don't forget. Like I'll forget. Try to ask me once this is done. We will discuss for sure.
Okay, ma'am.
Cool. So here, like if you want to print numbers 1 to 100 without using print 1 to 100 without using for loops. So we will be writing as if number is equal to 0, stop, right? And we will be writing a return function. Again, we will try to print what are the numbers we are trying to print. So as we have taken n over here, so we will be taking n here, and we will try to return the function n minus 1. So like we are calling numbers as 100 here, right? So we want to print numbers 1 to 100 or 100 to 1. I'm taking inverse of it. So let us consider 100 to 1. So my logic here is like if n is equal to 0, stop it. If not, keep on continuing. So I'm trying to run from 100. 100 minus 1 would be 99. So we are passing 100 for the first time. So it will be checking if it is equal to 0 or not. Then it will be calling for again n minus 1th time. So here we'll be getting 100. And this function will be calling n minus 1 again. So it's like function inside a function. So let me run this. Oh, sorry, let us uncomment this. So we are getting all the numbers from 1 to 100. This is done without help of loops.
Ma'am, easy way to say this could be
Ma'am.
that when a
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, one after the other.
Ma'am, can you run this code in a Python tutor, ma'am? I can visualize this one by one line to understand for this code more properly.
So in Python, PyTutor, where is it? Yeah, sure. Okay. So then that is the case, then let me use the same code. This is the same code, right? So for the first line, we are just trying to print this. And after that, we are trying to print numbers from 1 to 100. So so instead of loop, so we will be giving this number.
Ma'am, inside a function, it is working on like a loop.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Recursion itself is like kind of loop.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yes.
When first value will become like 100, I did check if n equal to 0. When it is not, it is going to 100 minus 199. Why it is it printing 1 to 100? Why it is not printing, ma'am, 99,
Right.
98 reverse type of value? Because n minus 1 written in the inside a function.
Yes, exactly. Try to understand the question if possible. Like try to go through the question once, not even directly checking n minus 1 or n. Just try to see why it is printing in reverse.
Ma'am, because I am seeing n minus 1 type
So
of.
you are expecting 100 to 1, right?
Yeah.
So just try to think for 1 minute. That is why I thought of showing you recursion with this example. Even I didn't say like it will be printing from 1 to 100. I told it will be printing from 100 to 1. Just any idea, anyone?
It's because of the position of function n minus 1 and print n. If that print n would be upper that if condition, then it would print, I think, 100 to 1.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
excuse me. Can you tell me can you tell me how the iteration is going on, like first iteration, second iteration, third iteration?
Okay,
Like
okay,
what's
I'll be
the
telling
value?
that. That's for sure. Okay. So any guess, any people, any idea? So over here, just try to understand this. So what we are doing is like we are trying to pass 100 here. So program starts from here. Okay. So when program starts from here, it checks n is we will be having value of 100 here. So if n is equal to 100, so n 100 is not equal to 0. So it returns back. Okay. And it comes to function of n minus 1. So if 100 minus 1 would be function of n minus 1. So 100 minus 1 will be your function of 99 is there, right? So here it becomes function of, where is the keyboard? How? It becomes function of 99. So as soon
Okay,
as,
ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,
It is working on, then when first value 100 is going on, then it is checked this is equal to 0. Then it is not equal to 0. The function value become a 99 and minus 1 is 99. Then it
yes,
check 99 equal to 0. Then not.
yes,
Then
exactly.
it is print.
Exactly, perfect. So so this is, instead of printing this line, this is not getting
So, ma'am,
printed.
we can do same problem for n plus 1 as well, na, ma'am?
Yes. So if you use n plus 1, we get, no, if you use n plus 1, then you should use some negative denominator here. Okay, see, let me clear. So if we come till 6th number, so here function of becomes n minus 1. So n minus 1 becomes 100 minus 1 is 99. So function of 99, instead of running line number 7, it is line number 6 is again going to line number 2. So without printing, this keeps on going back to back, back to back, back. Once everything is being stored, for example, in this operation, we get n value as 2. So when n value becomes 2, n minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. So function becomes 1. Okay, 1. After becoming 1, then it comes here, function of 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So if function is equal to 0, then this will be returning and we will be printing all the numbers from 1 to 100. Hope you got it right. So this is the main logic behind recursion. So before printing this line itself,
Only I'm not get one thing why it is printing then like logic I understand, but at last why it is printing 1 to 100, like it should print only 1, right? Last one.
Because here the n is equal to 0, equal to n is equal to 0, then they return the function value, the last value.
The last value was 1, right? Like function n,
Yeah.
function was 1.
so this value takes till 100. So when we are returning this, we will be returning all the values. Okay, so let me make you more confusing. Okay, let us take line number 6.
But I'm sorry to interrupt. Actually, it is in ascending order, but like what the logic you told, it should be the reverse start, right? 100, 99, 98, right? Why it
Yeah,
is not?
man. Yeah.
No, that is what I told, right? See, for here, a function of 100 is checking. So if 100 is not equal to 0, this returns and comes here. So instead of printing this line, the line number 6 directly goes to line 2 again without printing anything. So again, it happens 99 times. This will be repeating same until and unless n becomes 0. This line won't get implemented.
Okay, when is equal to 0, then seventh line will be.
Seventh line starts printing.
Okay.
Then
one by
seventh
one.
line. See, let me confuse you more. Let us replace line 6 with line 7.
The fifth line return what is returning one of that area? Return what it is returning?
Return is going back. Like it is kind of, see, return is like which is kind of returning the value to the main. So returning value to the main is like it is stopping of this function.
But the fifth line only return only is that. After that nothing is there, right?
Return automatically in Python. Return means like you are supposed to stop it. Like not stop it. We are supposed to return all the values back. So here we are, for example,
normally we will write return some value or something, right? So what is the output we will write, right? So here nothing is there after that return.
yeah, if we pass nothing, then it returns everything. See, for okay, let me explain this again. See, for example, here we have made only single line change. So we were having function n-1 on top of it, and print n is in the next line. In this case, we are getting numbers from 1 to 100. Okay. Similarly, you all might be getting that same question, right? See, Control X. So here, see, now I think everyone will be getting clarity. See, we are printing n value first. So we are getting an n value as 100. We are passing n value to this. N is 100 is not equal to 0. We are returning it. Means it is not equal to 0. We are not passing into if condition.
Yeah, man, we get this.
We are coming in. So we are printing n value first here. That is what we were getting 100.
Okay.
Okay. And we are returning print value of n-1 out after the printing. So here it becomes 99. So when we are coming in this order, we get 99. But the magic with recursion is like if you change one line and when you're why is this slow? Okay. This creates, we will be passing all the values back to this function. When n is equal to 0, it returns all the values which you are having. So all the values are like 1 to 100. So it starts printing from 1 to 100. So I can say is like recursion is one of the most easiest, most confusing and most dangerous operation. If we handle it perfectly, we can use to create any complex programming is very easy.
Okay, now the row 9, after that it's not going down, right?
Excuse me.
Yes, exactly.
It will not be going down. Still the function it's rotating, still the if condition satisfies.
Yes. Until and unless if condition satisfies, this goes to function.
So then first initially we 100 means again it will be reducing, but there is no printing of the return value. But the final value will be 0. Once reached the 0, it will be returned, right? So print the things. Up then one number only should come now. Why again 1, 2, 3, 1 to 100 is coming?
In recursion, it will be taking like that only. Like how many times it is taking 100 means we'll be giving 100 values.
But we are not going to the that print 9 row number 9, right? So before that it's the cycle is keep on repeating.
Yes.
So the final value when it will come 0, that time only print will be executed, right?
Yes.
So then print the n value will be 0 only, right? So why again 1 to how it's printing actually 1 to 100?
So basically here we are having return, right? So return is kind of storing all the values and returning, I mean, giving it a single go. So written n here means written n kind of thing.
Can you please step by step? Can you please run it this one? So maybe is it possible? Yeah.
Yes. So check try programming. So we are entering function. So here we are passing value as 100. 100 is not equal to 100. I mean 0. Sorry. We are taking n.
Yeah. Okay.
N is becoming 19. Let us try with some small number for
Yeah.
easy understanding.
Yeah.
10, then comes 9, then comes 8, then comes 8.
Okay. Still, it's not printing. Only the reduction only is happening.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, it's storing.
Yes.
Got it, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
So n is having all these values which are being stored here, and whenever it is returning, it is getting all the values printed. So return is like if you consider return n. So syntactically we can't consider return n, but
So
return is something like
how many times returns came, that only whatever stored, it's again
Ma'am,
printing everything.
which value is contain value of n, ma'am? Which thing, like return?
Yes, not return, like function of n.
So
A function containing all the value of n, ma'am, then return the everything.
Yes.
So the function is calling again, and in inner is one printing is there. So every function calling, then one printout will coming, right? At a final.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So that is what also this is kind of, see, with the one line change there will be a lot of differences and very easy to understand. I mean, very easy and at the same time very confusing. So here we are returning value as none, then it is taking all the values and printing. It's something like removing the value. See, let me take you back again. Yeah.
Ma'am, when it is function contain all the value of n, how it print a value in a reverse order like 1, 2, 3, 4. It is containing 10, 9, 8, 7 the values, but it is printing the 1, 2, 3.
So this will be the recent value, right? So the recent value, for example, consider, let me try to use something. So for example, we are having some kind of a tumbler or bottle. So we have stored 100 first, then we have stored 99, then we have stored some so on till 1. So when we are storing in this order, so 100 stores get in first, 99 after, 9, like in this way. But when we are taking it out, 1 comes first, 2 comes next, 3 comes next, till 100. This is how it prints.
Okay, I got the output, but ma'am, how it work in this logic, ma'am? I can't get it.
Like it's logically, this is what, like, means logic in the sense, like I didn't get you exactly.
Ma'am, when I am put n plus 1, then it is giving a in output 10, 9, 8, 7 type of thing. Can you put n plus 1?
Okay. So and here, did you take any negative number? Okay. How do we stop this? Why is this hanging a lot? Okay, let me close this. So for example, n plus 1, and if you take negative number here, then you get C. So your condition is checking for 0, right? So if you are checking 0, minus 10 should increase to plus. So minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus should come till 0. So in that, so did you try with negative number? Then this will work. If you want to use plus over here.
Can you put the positive 10, ma'am, in answer?
Positive 10 is like, for example, consider you're having positive 10. 10 plus 1 become 11, 12. So it will be going into a never-ending loop.
So it won't come zero.
Okay.
n equal to never n equal to 0 कभी होगा ही नहीं.
Exactly. Agar if you, if you want to try something like with plus 1 in array, why is this? Okay, try with 20. You will get. If you are decreasing this condition, if you want with same number, try to increase this like if condition. whenever this becomes some X number, then try to stop or return it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can try like how you generally create patterns with for loops. So for everything, with the help of for loops, what all works that are done with for loops can be replaced to some extent with the help of this recursion.
So the last print value will come the first, then it is go on then the
Yes.
descending order. Right?
Yes.
So if you put print in the before the function, so it will come as a ascending order. Okay.
Basically, ma'am, inside a function is define what the question is working, like a logic type of thing.
Yes. See, basically we use function name and we will be passing some values to the function and we will run it. So what we are doing is like when we are running it, we are trying to add something in it so that this keeps on running until this condition gets accepted. Hope that is clear, right, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So some other example, what I can tell is like, yeah, this will be the easiest thing.
Factorial, man.
Yes. So in this, where is this? So this is the introduction. We have discussed something about introduction to recursion, and in this, like this will be the recursion, and recursion illustration is something like how recursion generally works, how this is being passed and all. So for more insights, like this will be, these people will providing, because we are just taking how return works, how this works and all that. So that can be detailedly, can be, I mean, these videos might give higher level of insights. So in this, like, let us try solving a few questions. Okay, so let us give some funny or time, some example. So let us take some D5. Let us take a doll. So for a doll, we are passing value as n. Okay. So here, if we pass some condition, if n is equal to 1, okay, like let us print smallest doll. Okay, and we will be closing it, and here we will be returning it. See, whenever we want to break a condition or any function in a loop, in a recursion, generally use return. So return is something like we want to stop it over there with when the condition gets satisfied. So let us print such as how many of you are familiar with Russian dolls? So Russian dolls is something like the doll will be a doll inside a doll. So people open dolls, we get small doll. People open, we get another small doll, kind of thing. So it's like whenever we see repetitive work or works which keeps on doing something, then we call it as, one second, we call it as this Russian doll. So last doll would be closing doll. Hope you all understood what is this function. Hope you all understood, right? So when n is equal to 1, we consider the doll as smallest doll. If not, we call it as opening doll, and we will be printing the n value. If n is 5, we'll print opening doll 5, opening doll 4, opening doll 3. And we will be subtracting. If it is 5, we want 4. If it is 4, we want 3.
Ma'am, in a recursion, return is look like a else condition. No.
Yes. So Russian doll. So these are Russian dolls. So a doll which is present inside doll. So we are finding the smallest doll. Okay. So if it is number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. So whenever we find this is the smallest doll, we are trying to stop the recursion. If not, we are trying to continue the recursion until we get the stop doll. So for this, we are writing this program.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can you tell me in this code return is working same as a else condition type of thing? Because
No. Else is like, if see, this is if, then this would be else, right? This will be else.
So ma'am, inside this return, what is represent, ma'am?
So return is like, if this condition gets accepted, we are stopping it and return the values which are
Return the whole value. Okay.
Yes. So let us print doll of 5. See, this is so if what we are doing is like, we are having doll n, if 5. So if 5 is not equal to 1, we are printing opening doll of 5. So 5 minus 1, again 4. Till here we are getting, and again here what we are continuing is like, what we say, like when n is equal to 1, we are printing this as smallest doll and we are returning the value. So here what we are doing is like, and once this is done, we are trying to return all the values of n. So what are the values which are stored in the n are like 5432, right? So in the values which are stored in 5432, we are printing with the line number 8. So here when n doll 5, so here value becomes, first value becomes 5. Okay, we are it's like storing of 5, and we are coming here, we are printing opening doll of 5, and we are subtracting 5 minus 1 is 4. Again we are 4, we are checking n is equal to 1, so it is not coming. So we are returning the value of n, storing the value of n is equal to 4. Then comes n minus 1, so 3. Then comes 2, then comes 1. Okay, when n is equal to 1, we are printing the smallest doll here. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when n is equal to 1, so we are not returning. Okay, so we got till here. Once this is done, doll n minus 1 is done, we are going to this 10th line, and we are printing f of closing doll of 2 is on the top. So we are printing 2. Then we are using 3. 3 is on the top. Then comes 4. 4 is on the top. Then comes, it's like we are printing 2 and removing it. We are printing 3 and removing it. So we are printing 4 and removing it. And finally we are printing 5 and we are removing everything. Then this program gets stopped. So this is something like the combination of these previous 2 programs. So these programs are called as Russian doll programs. So it's something like we are finding these still here, and again we are packing it inside. So these kind of problems are most common in recursion. So any doubt in this program? Sorry, not in this. Yeah, in this. Let me call. So any questions, any doubts in this program? If it is, hope it is clear, right? So you might have understood how we are printing 1 to 100, how we are printing 100 to 1 with the help of recursion, how this function which we are calling inside a function creating a lot of impact during this process.
Ma'am, I understand it is going on the smallest doll, but I can't understand how it closing doll its work like.
So when we are getting into return, return stores all the values. Same as I told you, where is the paint? So this is the kind of thing when we are, this is kind of return bucket. So we are storing, or else this is not better. See, when n goes till here, doll n, 5 is equal to 1. When 5 is equal to 1, nothing is being performed here. So n value is preserved as 5. Then n value comes as print of opening doll of 5. This is printed. then doll of n minus 1. So this goes back. When this goes back, this comes as 4 till here. N is equal to 1, 4 is not equal to 1. We keep 4 here. We print f doll opening doll as 4 because n is equal to 4 here, right? So when we are printing 4 here, we are keeping a copy as n is equal to 4. And again, n minus 1 goes till here. We get to see 3. Again, same as 2. And if n is equal to 1, when n is equal to 1, 1 is becoming 1. So this is directly getting printed as smallest doll. For your clarity, let me add n value for this also. So once you get n value over here, this is returning. So returning is something like it is get stopped. So the values, this won't be working. This will be stopped. Then this goes till here. So it starts printing closing doll of n. N means 2. So it starts printing as closing doll of 2. Once this is printed, it will be removed. Then it goes to 3. Closing doll of 3. It gets removed. Then prints goes for closing doll of 4. Once this is printed, it gets removed. And finally, it goes to closing doll.
When the smallest doll will be find, then it's good for the closing doll.
Yes. So closing doll of, oh sorry, flash. So my suggestion is like you try to practice so many questions on this, then it will be much easier in future.
Yeah, ma'am, I understand this question.
Okay, shall we make it more complex or shall let us stop till here?
No, ma'am, can little bit complex type of thing.
Well, let us start then. Now till here, let us remove everything. For example, define, we are having function a and we are passing n value to this. Here, oh sorry, if n value is equal to 0, return is like when if we want to return this all the values when it reaches this. Here let us print a.
Return the final value, no ma'am?
Yes. So print a, then comes give n value here. And over here, let us take now let us copy this.
For OPP 2 up to
Yes.
up to 8 week only, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just take some confirmation again. As per my knowledge, it's still 8 week only. That we are just discussing in recursion.
Okay.
So this is what we are getting. So we are having two different functions when we are having A and B. So A is being called inside B and B is being called inside A. So it's like cross function which we use recursion. So here let us call A.
And this is two different functions here inside the function.
Two different.
Okay.
A is different, B is different. We are calling A inside B and we are calling B inside A. See, if you notice this, A of n, this goes inside, will print A value, and instead of continuing here, this enters inside B of n minus 1. For example, A value is 10 here. If we pass A of 10 here, A of 10 goes over here. A of 10 goes over here, checks for 10. If A value is 10, so it prints A of value of 10. Then it goes to B of n minus 1, B of 9. So it goes here. It checks for B of n minus 1. Means B of n9. B of 9 is not. So he prints B of 9. Once this is done, we go to 10 minus 1. So again it goes here. It goes here. So it's like
Ma'am, it is two different functions. How it is interconnected, ma'am?
With the line number 5, we are entering function B, and with the line number 12, we are entering A. So basically this is the entry point. A is the entry point. So with the help of A's entry point, we are entering into A. We are calling all the functions. We are
Acha, just we are calling a function inside A like b n minus 1. This is calling the nv function.
Yes. So till now we have called A of n minus 1, right? So for a small change, we are calling a cross function of different, and we are calling here. So we perform the same operation here, we get, but the values would be different. If you perform something like this, then it doesn't enter into here, so then this gets stopped. So if you want to hang, if you say AB of n, so this goes here, this performs till here, and this keeps on running as AB as 10 10 10. So it's like never ending. So if you want to continue and go to this condition, then B of n minus 1, here of A of n minus 1. Yes. Yeah. So this is how it is done. Okay. So these are kind of functions.
So it is interconnected. So alternatively, it will be printed A B A B A B. And reduction.
Exactly. Yes.
If you put 14, if you put 14th instead of A, if you put B, then first B will come, right? B A
Yes.
B A B. Like
so it enters B first, goes to A, and this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is working on first we can enter in 10. It is a go on the A function and check this is equal to 0, not, then it is print A equal to 10 and B becomes a 9 and it is come to below and check the V n is equal to 0, 9 equal to 0, no, then it is printing B equal to 9. And
Yes.
again in A equal to 8 becomes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, now you understood that one, right? Now check this one. We are passing A of 10 and B of 10 at a time. It's something like this is entering this is entering this. Or how did you try to understand this code? Did you understand? So what was the pattern? So basically line 14, what it does is like it enters A and it finishes till here. Once everything is done till here, now B of 10 starts its working.
Okay. When A is finished, then B starts for our execution. Okay.
Yes, exactly. It's not like A goes into, like line 14 goes into 1 at a time and line 15 goes into a line number 8 at a time. It's not like that. This gets finished and this starts.
It is not perform operation for a single time both.
Single time both not possible.
Okay.
Until and unless this line gets executed, we can't expect anything from this one.
Ma'am.
Yes.
One small just doubt. I just want to clarify it. Like in the first, when we are doing that 1 to 100, na, that time, from inside one function, we are calling another function. Okay.
Yes.
So this one we are calling two different function.
Yes.
So if we merge it in the first function only, like the first one calling one function, another function, will it work?
Yes. Let us try. See. Before print we are calling it. Here also before print we are calling it. So one second. See, here outputs are like 10 to 1, 10 to 1, right? Try to remember this ones. Like now we will change it accordingly. You understood change, right? We are getting 1 to 10. 1 to 10
Yes,
is the same logic. 5 goes inside 4, then comes 3, then comes 2, then comes 1.
Yes. Okay.
So everything will be passed. This returns, then comes this returns, then this returns, then this returns in this way. Like it will be returning in zigzag order and we'll be getting all the values. So when value was A of 10, it starts returning with b's value. See, when a is there, right, it starts returning with b value, so it starts printing from here. So I think that's it. Hope you all having some confidence on recursion, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, you are telling the definition of a recursion, the function inside the function. And this is a follow that definition, because function inside the function is I can't see the function inside the function.
Recursion. Generally, this is the definition.
It's more like
function calls itself directly or indirectly is called recursion. It's like function inside a function. So yes, someone is speaking. Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, I was just going to say that it's mainly mean that function calling itself until unless a condition gets satisfied.
Yes. So for example, in this case, itself function is a function calling itself can be considered as a calling a inside. In some conditions, function calling itself can be accepted. In some conditions, function calling function is accepted. So like if it is multi-functions, then also function calling function. So this will be an ideal definition almost in all the
Ma'am,
cases.
this is a follow the definition, because the v n minus 1 is also function, b is also a function inside a function. Okay.
Itself is also a definition. Function itself is also called as function because itself is function, right? So anything is correct. Just try to understand this logic, and if you want more precise definition, sorry,
excuse me,
then this video, I think this might be having introduction, right? So in this, they have discussed about the proper definition for I think 1 or 2 minutes. Just have a look.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, function inside a function, when we define a function on a different place, we can call a. Can you go the Python Twitter part? When we define a function on a different place, like different place, and call the function inside the function, it is working the same as when we how would I'm define the function.
Yes.
It is no matter where the function is written.
Yes. So for example, in this condition, like this is not there, so I'm taking it's a simple example here. So if you write some condition here, like if n is equal to 1, then only return print this. That is possible. If not, if you check, if n is greater than 0, try to return this function in this position, then this works. Yeah, 1 minus 1. Yeah, this condition is not technically possible, so you can pass this function at any point of time. Basic. So it's something like in this recursion part, you can call this function at any place, any point, so there won't be any issue. But just try to understand, like, why are we passing this? What is the need for it? For example, if you get some,
we can put the, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
We can put the global function inside the function as a local function.
Yes, that can be done. Like if you properly maintain the scope of this variable function, and until and unless you are able to access or call it properly, you can use it anywhere.
Same function we can use using many times inside the function, ma'am.
Yes. Again, if you check a of n minus 1 is there, like here, again, if you say take some condition, and again you can call it if n is equal to 1. So in this, like, consider if n is equal to 0. This is technically not correct, but you can use like this. This is possible. For loop is not needed because itself is recursion. If else you can call a of n minus 1, or if you take, you can call n plus 1 also possible. If your condition is like something like is equal to 0, call n minus 1, else n plus 1. This is also possible. Okay, so let us make some, see, basically patterns. We generally suffer patterns with for loops, right? So some thing like, let us print star with n. Oh, sorry, n. If n is equal
Ma'am,
to
this recursion thing is not, this topic is not available in the book provided by IITM.
I'm not pretty sure. Like, is it provided? Did you check it, or else are you asking me?
It's open in front of me it's on GitHub, and
Okay.
I see that there are other topics. Only 8 chapters are there, but not this recursion and all.
I think this will be added soon or in some days, because it's not there for the exam OPP and for the upcoming exam, and it will be there for future.
Okay, so these topics are added newly to the course.
Ma'am, can you tell me what is the syllabus of OPT?
It's still lecture 8. Week 8.
Like file handling part, not coming the recursion part.
Yes. For example, let us take something like star of. So this is one of the extra topic which we will be discussing. That's it. Oh, sorry, like I didn't add star. See, you can print these type of things. If you don't give end is equal to, then we know this will be printed in multiple ways and multiple things. So say this is same as for loop. We can try to print as we can, same as for loops, advanced for loops kind of thing.
Could you please multiply with the string star into 5 or something, or n? And
sure.
Then, yeah, into n, right? Just put it.
Sorry. Yeah.
Into n means what? It will be descending, right?
N would be descending, because we are calling before. If you want to make it ascending, simple. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So I think everyone is clear with how they are getting their values from return, because loop runs in reverse and it starts returning the values from the topmost values of 1 to 5. If you want to make it some more attractive, or something like this.
Ma'am, which topic is this? Are you discussing?
Like this is about recursion.
Okay. Is it part of the syllabus or it is an extra topic?
Like it is a part of week 9 syllabus.
Okay. Okay.
So it's something like we will be mostly using this in industry perspective. Like if we want to pursue some career in Python development or works related to Python, like we use recursion a lot.
Okay, ma'am.
So any more doubts about recursion, or people, do you want to solve some? Okay, if you guys are open with laptops, try to create some star pattern or with some other patterns with the help of recursions, and I will be guiding you if you guys were facing some issues. Anyone who is willing to try can share their screen and we can try accordingly. So actually this is all about recursion. So like we have discussed how we are calling cross function, same function, like everything we have tried. Just let me know if you are facing any issue.
So like basically this recursion is good for mirror image kind of things.
Not in mirror. Not good only for mirror. It's like loops kind of thing.
Ma'am,
Like
can
what
you
you-
print the butterfly fly pattern?
Yes. Yeah, any pattern is possible. See, if you are able to print one pattern, then how like we can print anything, right?
Now, basically, recursion as a concept, what we try to do is to break the problem into small pieces. Then we try to integrate them. Then we try to solve them. This is what we
Yes.
try to do. This is the whole concept about this.
Yes.
Okay.
So when, for example, if we contrast with the loops, so my major difference is like loops use variables and keeps on adding and it prints. Whereas
Okay.
this is kind of use based casing. So use based is like based on the requirement, the function calling itself, making it easier to run it. But one problem with recursion is like this takes high memory. High memory why? Because like all the return values needed to be passed again back. So when you are calling each value, so it might take high memory.
Ma'am, in
Whereas
a recursion function of recursion, first it store the value in a return, then it's printed directly, ma'am.
yes. See, when we are calling this function itself beforehand of printing something, all the values would be stored and we'll be returning those values. It's not exactly like storing all the values in return. It holds the values that are passed through and it returns whenever needed.
It is a hold the values and return the for ascending or ascending
Based on
order.
not only ascending, like based on the condition which we write.
What's the difference between for and this recursion?
Like, ma'am, it is returning the lower to higher, no, ma'am?
Yeah, we can see, for example, wait 1 second, like let me. So here, like we are taking 5 and we are writing condition of n minus 1. So we are getting ascending value. If you take value something as minus 5, and if you take plus here, sorry, you're stuck. This is stuck once. So again, if you check plus 1, yeah, this is getting stuck. So you can get based on it. So meanwhile, let me answer the further particular question. So loops versus recursions, right? So there is no major difference between loops versus recursion, but recursion is something like, for example, if you perform some complex operations like divide and conquer and those kind of things, we generally prefer recursion rather than loops. But comparatively
Ma'am,
and
loop, when we use, we can defining the like bucket type of thing. I equal to 0. But in the recursion part, it is can't define anything. It is store return as well.
like this is the entry point for like how if we write for I in range, for I is equal to 0, so it starts with something like 0, then I plus plus 1, the increment operator which you're performing is here, and the condition is something here. So in a for loop we have 3 operations in a single line, whereas over here we would be having
N equal to 0 is a stopping condition, ma'am. And incrementing condition in n minus 1.
n minus 1 and n plus 1 are same as I plus plus or something in loops.
Ma'am, can I ask one thing?
Yeah, feel free.
Ma'am, we have iterative method and recursion method, or recursive approach.
Yeah.
Where do we feel better? Where do we if a given a problem, where do we think it that we have to where we judge to approach iteratively or recursively? How do you judge that thing?
So that, see, basically, for example, like we are supposed to consider a few factors. Factors such as compute. If the memory is low for us, like if we want to run the program faster, we use loops. And if we want to store more information, and if we want to store information kind of thing, we generally use recursion, because the memory usage of
Ma'am,
this
excuse
program,
me, ma'am.
1 second, the memory usage of this recursion is very high, whereas
Okay.
loops would be very faster.
Okay.
And second thing would be speed. If you consider speed, again loop stands ahead compared to recursion, because loops are faster, whereas recursion is slower, because we need to keep on entering, reading these lines where, for example, if you want to satisfy this condition, there is like we are reading all these lines, which is again a waste of time. So recursion is always slow compared to loops.
But it is much more Pythonic. It's like more like in English. You are writing everything. More easy to
Yes,
understand.
exactly. Yes, it is more easy to understand. And if you want to perform some operations like factorials, or like do some repetitive operations, then we use recursions. If you
Like,
want,
excuse me, like when suppose when we are working in a project type of thing, this time how to identify that this time will loop is suitable for this place, and this time is a recursion will be suitable for this place. Like
okay.
in a project when we using a repetitive type of code.
So what I can say is like, for example, let us take with some motor vehicles example. A bike which is of 100 cc and bike which is of 500 cc. Hope this example might clear everyone. So loops are like 100 cc bikes. They are cost effective, means very less. They give more mileage. Whereas if you want to do some style kind of thing, and if you want more power in your bike, use recursion. So 500 cc bikes are like recursion. 100 cc bikes are like budget friendly. You can handle easily in traffic. They are very
ma'am,
fast to.
Ma'am, in a industry
real world
perspective,
scenario.
recursion is a better or the loop is a better, ma'am? Because in a
See,
industry perspective,
so you
industry
need
is
to consider all this. See, loops are fast, loops are simple, loops are memory efficient. So if you want to build a program with very less time and less memory, and you want the output to be printed fast, use loop. No, you want to solve complex problems, you want to do some high level computations and all, then use recursion. Like if you're budget, see, if you're having enough compute, try to use recursion. See, I told you, right? Bikes is the best example. So if you're not considering about how much fuel it takes, how much cost it makes, if you're comfortable with anything, there is no limit for you, you can use recursion. But if you're having less money, you should get more mileage. And if you consider all these things, loops are the best. Loops are budget friendly, recursions are like kind of elegant and powerful tool.
like recursion is a very heavy, taking a lot of memory, but while loop it can't.
Exactly, yes. So I think
So, ma'am,
everything is,
like
yeah.
uh, I'm building some program like for a website or something at the back for the back end.
Mhm.
I want to show some graphics on the website. So suppose I'm using Python and I have to choose for loop or this recursion. So you mean to say that recursion is going to take a lot of memory if I want to make it quicker, for example, to
Yes.
load on the website, then I would use for loop instead of recursion because it is going to take more time to execute.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hope that's clear, right?
Ma'am, when we are making some project like a website or type and other website types, how to connect it like code in the back end and front end? Like when we design the front end website, like in the in use of HTML, and coding something in the in Python language and other language, how to connect it both up?
So if you want to connect Python and like SQL, we use some functions like PyDBMS. So it's something like we do some connection with between Python to SQL. And it's something like Python. See, basically you are familiar with front end, middleware, and backend, right? So DBMS acts as a backend, Python is a middleware, and front end is HTML. So if you want to connect these through, so you can connect
Middleware, DBMS.
Yeah, DBMS or SQL database basically. DB means database.
Okay.
So if you want to connect, then
SQL is like SQL type of thing connected the both up.
Yes. So you can have, like, you will be having ready-made commands where you can directly connect Python with DBMS. So something would be mysql.connector, mysql.connector, py mysql will be some of the command, mysql connector. So there is a package. So we are supposed to use this and try to connect. So if you read this documentation, how we can connect, so they will be providing like how we are supposed to import SQL. We are supposed to give the host ID and all this, username, password. Then you can connect this with Python.
Ma'am, once you told us about the resources for practicing more on the PYQs, can you please, not PYQs, on Python practicing, can you please tell again, because I missed that part.
Okay. So one thing which I could suggest is like HackerRank. So HackerRank is one of the famous platform. So where you can try to solve random questions. So basically what my agenda from the beginning is like, we are supposed to solve these questions based for the marks, not for marks related, for the knowledge perspective. So I would suggest, these are so many questions over here, like swapping of cases list. So there are so many, not a few. So if you are able to if you're confident enough to solve all these questions, then this will be useful for you in future if you want to get some jobs related to Python.
Ma'am, can you open it one?
So I have shared you the link also. So try to solve these questions. Like you can directly browse based on the particular topic also. Like Python functions is like.
Ma'am, in a exam perspective, like OP2, how to practice more question for scoring 90-95 marks?
So what I can say is practice. So it's something like try to do different operations. For example, here we got some star. Someone has asked to print the ascending star, ascending triangle, descending triangle. So similarly, in that way, like try to analyze more, try to find it as many as you can. It's something like if you keep on exploring.
Ma'am, I am solving all the OP set in a given in the portal, but I am scoring 50-60 marks only, ma'am. Not scoring so much. How I am scoring much more like 90-95 marks in OP2?
Like, try to identify where are you losing your marks. One thing. Like, did you get to know like where are you losing the marks? So try to, once if possible, try to identify it, like where are you losing the marks. So if you are losing with handling private cases, or if you are trying to handle it with time complexity, so just try to evaluate so that you can easily get to know what are your drawbacks, and based on that you can easily try to, what we can say, like you can try to get more marks. Hope that is clear. And like I got these queries from Nidish and Anurag, so most probably I will be taking it forward. So Nidish and Anurag, don't worry, like I will be talking with these people.
Ma'am, there will be release of new OPPs for OPP2. practice
Yes.
ones?
Yeah.
When, like, these ones are due on 20th.
Mhm.
After that?
Yeah, after I think like I can't assure the exact date, but tentatively it's about or around 20th.
Okay.
That whatever the OP and the practice things that all due date extension.
So due date extension, high chances of extending, but again I can assure a tentative day of 4 to 5 extension. An official date will be announced sure.
Because ma'am, total there were I think 17-18 mocks. So very large number of mocks were there.
Yeah. Technically and it's not feasible to solve all these questions, right? Even I understand. So some people have like there is an oral confirmation about the extension. Just we are waiting for some verbal confirmation along with the specified date.
Okay. Ma'am, can I now ask my doubt?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, ma'am. I have from the mock. I have the doubt about the grid technique you told, na, like to solve the pattern problem.
Okay.
So I applied that grid technique to solve one problem, but it is making the pattern, but it is not passing the case actually. That code.
Okay. In that case, did you monitor all the conditions, or if everything is satisfied and if you're able to print the pattern, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Though in that case, try to verify whether you are printing one or two small spaces which are invisible to eyes. For example, if your pattern, you will be printing some blank spaces also, right? So that might be having some extra space or extra tab.
Ma'am, can I share my screen to show you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So just now I got an update. So people who have who are having issues related, like Anurag and Nidish. So did you get some discrepancy form? So if you get a discrepancy form, did you fill it?
Then that form was for those who appeared on 8th November. I appeared on 9th. So it was said that only those who have exam on 8th, they should fill the form.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Your screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, ma'am, this is the code actually. And the pattern this is the expected pattern. And this is the pattern it is printing.
1 second. Okay. Like try to calculate blank spaces if possible. So this is the past case, right? Oh, sorry, no, case 1, right? Okay. So on top of actual expected output, is there any extra space on top? Check it. No, on the left side. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So try to try to hover your cursor and check. Is it getting same? Yeah, from there to how many spaces are there?
Ma'am, this is if the expected output
So actual output having spaces.
Yeah, actual output is having space.
Yeah, ma'am, space. But ma'am, the how to modify this out? Can you guide me like how to modify this code to get the to pass the case? When should I send the code in the chat window?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Could you share the link also so that I can direct it to it? Directly go to it. Actually, screen is very small to for me, like your screen.
Ma'am, is it fine?
Yeah, fine, but output?
Output?
Yeah, okay. Just send it to me.
Okay, okay.
So, any doubts on recursions before we go into this doubt section? Like any clarifications, any queries needed on recursion? Hope everyone is clear. Is it right? Could you share that link also?
Ma'am, which link?
The question link.
Question link. Okay.
So that I can directly go. there is slight difference in positioning. For I in range of one second. Like, is there any question apart from this to be discussed? Like, let me solve this meanwhile. So anyone who are trying to do something, anyone who are solving recursions and all?
Ma'am, I have one more question. This question actually.
Okay, one second.
And this chess question, I was unable to understand and solve.
Okay.
This.
No, then if there is no question, then we will continue. Okay. So basically, there was one issue with your code. Let me share my screen.
Yes,
Here. 1 second, see. So in your code, like you are printing trailing spaces also. So basically what you are supposed to do is like, we are trying to print only this pattern as per the code. Where is the code? Let me copy it again. Where is this? Oh, sorry, here, my bad. So this is your code. This is the code. So what you are trying to print. See, let me open Paint. So here, what you are trying to print is like, you are trying to print a triangle directly starting from center. So when you are doing this, like when you are printing 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, you are getting an extra space on back of everything with the help of this. See, when you are printing this, you are printing. If not, you are getting some extra space on back of everything. Whereas you are supposed to solve in such a way, like try to print blanks for this pattern, try to print 0 wherever it is. So you are supposed to print in this way. Hope you understood, right?
No, ma'am. Can you tell? Your screen is not visible.
Is it? Like, is my screen not visible for anyone? Like, needed some acknowledgement from someone?
Visible, madam, visible.
Yeah, it's visible, right? Okay.
Now it's visible.
Okay. So in this case, what you are trying to do is like, you are just trying to print a triangle. I mean, take 0s, 2, 3, and 3. This is what your code is doing.
Yes, ma'am.
But actual thing where problem arose was like, we are supposed to print one blank star, blank triangle over here, followed by an working triangle. So here comes 1, here comes 2, here comes 3. So because of your triangle, it is also looking same, but issue is like we are getting an extra spaces, which are very minute. So like we are thinking as if after this line, extra spaces are getting printed, and it's something like we are not able to see this, right? So in these cases, instead of just printing blank spaces, try to print some star or something and try to compare. See, let me show it. If you print some star or something, see, try to check, verify how this is coming. So these spaces they are not supposed to come. So because of these two empty star spaces, your code is failing. Understood, right?
Ma'am, I think my screen is stuck, ma'am. Actually, it is.
Okay.
Screen and voice, audio are lagging, ma'am.
Okay.
Audio and video are lagging.
So
still,
here,
still Paint is open for me.
okay, like my speed is much better here.
Maybe my speed is not, but
1 second.
You said no problem.
Hello?
You said no problem, madam. So it's visible only.
Acha, okay, it's perfect. Okay. So I think you might have, like everyone might have understood what mistake he did. So basically what he's trying to do is like printing extra spaces on back. Even after this is done, he's trying to print extra space. So it is something like he is trying to, this is the expected output. And for this expected output, we are supposed to print only stars here. But his program is taking extra stars here also. Because of it, even though pattern looks very much identical, it is getting failed. So in our case, if we pass star over here and try to run it, we aren't passing any extra stars. So we are just considering stars and we are just printing. So, and even though if we check here, so in our condition, what we are concentrating is more on, we are trying to print only this part. We are not considering this part, and this is our output. See, this is our output. Because of these spaces which he is getting extra, code is getting failed. Hope you got it right.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Like I will be sending my code to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Try to like I will be sending my code and your code. Just try to run it in your local system. Don't and
Ma'am, how you find the bug in my code? Like, can you
so
explain the process?
wherever you are printing blank spaces, try to print some character or string. That will be easy.
Ma'am, using Python tutor, you use Python tutor, no? So can you explain, ma'am, using Python tutor, how you found the bug?
Okay. So this is your code. Python tutor. So this is your code. Okay, n is equal to 5. So try to check this. This is your code.
Yes, ma'am.
So you just gave empty space and you just gave empty space and you're thinking like your pattern is printing perfect. So in order to solve these kind of debugging these kind of questions, try to take star. Now, if not star, take some underscore or dot, whichever you feel comfortable. So this is what your code is printing. Whereas what code supposed to be done is like this code. Let me again comment it out your code, show my code. See, try to understand where my code is providing patterns, where your code is providing pattern. 1 second. I've shared in chat also. Try to just run those. Try to run those two and you will easily identify what is the issue.
Okay, ma'am.
If you are facing some network issues.
OPP2, we are not going to have these pattern printing, right?
No,
Rather,
nothing.
we
I think someone has clearly mentioned here. So for OPP2, we will be having from week 1 to week 8, and from week 1 to week 12, this will be M2. So chances are there of patterns.
But in the previous, whatever I have got to know, that the pattern printing is going to be replaced by the question with the file handling.
If that's the
As
case,
per the
then
previous.
okay. Okay. If that's the
As per the
case,
previous
then
patterns.
okay, then nice. Like my suggestion is like as per the syllabus, people are suggested to read from 1 to 8, and for end it's 1 to 12. So if it is confirmed, then you can follow it. If not, better keep patterns on safer side.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you go to the chess question, ma'am?
Rhea, chess question. Where is it exactly?
Ma'am, it is it is May 2025, set 4.
May. Okay.
Question 2 of section number 2.
Where do I get mailing? 1 second. If possible, can you share the link also? That would be great.
Okay, ma'am, I am sharing.
Yeah, sorry, I got it. Yeah, this is May. Which week? So I think that's it, right? Any more questions to be discussed?
Ma'am, you have got the question, ma'am?
Yeah, like let me share my screen. Like where over here exactly?
Ma'am, it is set May 2025, set 4.
Which week? Okay, set.
Set, yes, ma'am. Mock past papers.
Yeah, set 3.
Set 4, ma'am. 2024. 2025 May, set 4.
OPP 1 set 4. Okay. Question number?
Section 2, question 2.
Okay.
It is about a chess question, ma'am, actually.
Yeah. So do you want, like, what exactly are you looking for in this question?
No, ma'am, I couldn't understand and solve actually. So just I want some guideline on this, like how to
Okay.
go about it.
So I think you might be familiar with chess rules, right?
Yes.
So, for example, let us open some chessboard.
Ma'am, if someone is not familiar with them and the question comes in the exam, then it is going to be difficult, right?
Yes. Like even I faced these kind of questions challenging in my early part of career, because like I was not much familiar with some of the questions like spades and jacks and all. And later on, I was supposed to learn about that game, especially cards. So,
Yeah,
like
I knew
initially,
nothing about the cards, and for
even
statistics, we have to learn about the cards.
yes, so those kind of things needed to be learned, because people include those in the problems to make the questions creative. Whereas I am not much into cards and all, so I lost many of my initial marks in those days. So then I'm getting some basic knowledge how this works and all. So similarly, like I I think everyone should get some basics about chess, like how this coin. Even I'm now not familiar. What is this coin called? What is this called? Just I know how it functions, but like with the help of, see, this is rook, this is knight, bishop. Yeah. Even till now, I'm not familiar with these names, but I know how this game is performed. So I think everyone should get to understand the logic of these games. I think chess and cards are more than enough. So over here, so king moves only one step, queen goes in any direction, rook is like, yeah, rook goes straight to any direction. I mean, only straight. Then comes bishop. Bishop takes, yeah, bishop is always in a diagonal, and knight takes in an L position. So these values are like, for example, E and 4. So at E, a coin, E and 4. So there is one coin that moved from some position. So this is what they were mentioning over here. So E4 moved to E5 in the first step. So there might be probability like some coins like pawn or some rook has moved from E4 to E5. So one step forward. So this is being noted as E4 to E5. So they are giving E4 to E5. And what is the output? So output is like who has moved or kind of something. And whenever we are having two O's, it's like king side castling. So whenever there are no coin, I mean no pieces between rook and king, so these can get interchanged. So based on all these chess rules, like if you check, these are all something like, based on all these chess rules, like we are supposed to predict what is happening and what kind of possibility or what is being done. CNF6, and so this is something like it has moved from some here to here. So we are making a list of all the coins or pieces that are moving. So this is represented. So we are supposed to print the name of the pieces. So just my suggestion is like those who are not familiar with this, what's happening here, try to play some multiple chess games, try to notice how king, queen and these coins are moving. And based on that, we are supposed to predict what is the probability, I mean, which coin has moved or which piece has moved. So whenever castling comes, then the operation would be performed between king and rook only. Because when there is no king, I mean no king and rook, castling is not possible. Castling for queen side is 3 zeros and queen king side is 2 zeros. So these kind of things, just get familiar with the rules. Rest you can solve this question. So hope that's clear.
Remember what is castling?
Castling is something like, for example, there is no, say there is a king. This is king. E's position is king. H position is rook. So if there are no pieces here and you want to exchange their pieces, so E comes to G and H comes to F. Example, let me show it to you. Snipping. Let me snip this. So in castling, this happens in such a way. For example, there are no pieces. There's nothing over here, and like this place is empty, and you want to, and there is no option that you might get checkmate if you go to this side. So castling is something like the king shifts to this position and rook shifts to this position. Similarly, this is of king side. Similarly, this can be happening for this side. King shifts to this position. This rook gets shifted to this position. Like this will be moving to here, and this will be moving to here. So that is why they have given two castling. One is king side castling, means two positions. Queen side castling means three positions. So this is king side, the one which king and rook stands for king side, where queen side is queen side. So there will be three positions over here, queen side. King side, there will be two positions. And they have clearly mentioned and denoted all these things, KQ and all. So yeah, that's it. So anything else?
Ma'am, can you,
Ma'am,
I will send. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Pardon? Sorry?
Yeah, ma'am, I will send you one code. Can you please debug and please tell me in the next sessions?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Then because what I have done in one of the approaches that I have printed the diagonals, actually the parallel diagonals are there in the centralized triangle.
Okay.
So I have printed one diagonal and then I try to print another diagonal and similar way. So I try to create a triangle, but it is creating a staggered triangle.
Acha, okay, got you. Okay. Just share me the code. Like if
yes,
time passes, I will tell now. If not, next session.
Okay, yeah, next, no problem. I will share the code in the chat box.
Okay, perfect. So our next session would be around on this coming Saturday. So by then I'll make sure this is kept ready. So anything doubts, anything apart from it?
Ma'am, I was asking about the file handling question. What kind of questions are going to be there?
So in file handling, questions would be something like you will be having all the read operations on. You won't be asked to create any write operations. So you're just supposed to read the file, try to print it contents. For example, there are 100 lines of code. 100 lines in a file. So you are supposed to print 10th line from that file.
Okay.
Or something like we are supposed to print all the even numbers from the file or kind of odd numbers. There can be some chances like you are supposed to concatenate first line plus 10th line. Means you are supposed to print first line, you are supposed to bring 10th line, and you are supposed to add first plus 10th line.
Okay.
So
concatenate means like joining those lines in one line, right?
Yes, adding one after the other.
Okay. Okay, so I'll practice and then ask questions in next session.
Okay, cool.
Ma'am, I have sent the code.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have taken a copy of it. Like I'll be solving
file handling. Sorry to interrupt. The printing pattern that you are mentioning, can we practice a bit on this in next session?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
So in this question, like what are you trying to print?
I'm trying to print the first of all rightmost diagonal, the base of the triangle from the right hand side, rightmost diagonal, and then a diagonal parallel to it and smaller than it.
So you're trying to print this. Is it?
In which?
Are you trying to print this triangle?
In which triangle? I am not able to see your screen, ma'am, actually.
Okay.
She's sharing her screen, we can see.
I am not able to see. Maybe due to something at my end, actually.
So, okay. So in that case, just try to text me what are you expecting in chat. Meanwhile, I think if there is no questions, like we can drop off.
Yeah.
For the session. I think no questions from anyone, right? Okay, then. I think we will be wrapping the session soon once he gives some question. So if anyone is having any kind of doubts, just let me know so that we'll be clearing everything.
Ma'am, I have
texted,
ma'am. I am printing right hand parallel diagonal.
Okay.
For example, the first diagonal from the rightmost diagonal has 6 zeros, and then it has 4 zeros.
Like
Yeah, ma'am. Now I'm
like this, like this, like this.
Yes. No, ma'am. From the right hand side. Yeah, like this, like this. Yes, ma'am.
So here you're trying to print 5. Here you're trying to print 4. Here trying to print 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But it is getting. I'm getting staggered out triangle. It means the sides are shifted by a great.
So your triangles are coming like this. Over here, over here, over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, understood. So in this case, so you're printing 5. So you're printing, okay. So in this case now, like if you want to move one space right and you want to print here now, so you want something like this. One second. Oh, sorry, let me close this. So 5, then comes 4, then comes 3, then comes 2, then come 1. So in this plane. Okay, then you are supposed to pass 2 inputs. In this, if you want to print in this is your code. N is equal to, let me take n is equal to 5. Diagonals is equal to again 4 for I in range of n. For k in range of diagonals minus I, print space star I plus 2k Then comes, let us print 0. Then let us give end is equal to, and let us try to print it outside. This right. So you want it in diagonal. So if you take plus, yeah, this is what you told, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But do you need spaces over here?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay. So we need some spaces here so that you get all diagonals.
Ma'am, I am getting diagonals, but they are separated by, like, one diagonal is below the other diagonal.
Okay. So in this case, now try to debug with some star. You're printing in this way. If you remove else, you might. If you pass this inside, okay. So loop is ending till here. Once loops get ended here, this is getting started. So we want ijk. Okay, once let me check it and get back to you then.
Okay, ma'am, no issue.